Now, the US and its Western allies have been stepping up pressure on India to curb imports of Russian oil. As the world's second largest buyer of Russian energy after China, can India afford to scale back its dependence on Moscow? Dr. Rahul Mishra from Jawaharlal Nehru University shares his insight.
For India to completely stop buying Russian oil is something that is not possible in the short run. It will take at least 18 to 24 months for India to substantially reduce importing Russian oil. So at the moment, it is not a possibility. What is possible is that, and that's my second point, the possibility is that India tries to diversify its oil imports, energy imports, which means that a substantial outcome or a substantial promise has to be made by the American side, and India and America come to a settlement on their outstanding bilateral issues, whether it is tariffs or issues related to Indian skilled workers working in the US, or just the overall confusion between the two top leaders. So I think that's very important. The third point is that even if India reduces the supplies substantially, the prices, so the hypothetical scenario is that India reduces imports from Russia and starts buying American energy supplies. Even in that case, the prices have to be competitive. And I don't think at this moment there is any other country in the world, and Malaysia, I think, is also experiencing the same thing. There is no country in the world which can give a more competitive or lower price than what Russia is offering.
To tighten pressure on Russia, Western nations have threatened punitive measures such as sanctions and tariffs against countries that continue to buy Russian oil. But Rahul notes this may be easier said than done, adding that India has historically been prepared to face such measures.
I think this idea of the UK or European Union imposing sanctions on India or taking punitive measures is something that has to be taken with a pinch of salt. Because India and UK have already signed a trade agreement, which is almost comparable with an FTA. So having signed an FTA, UK has to walk out of the agreement to impose sanctions. Likewise, the EU has been working very hard to sign an FTA with India. That again is something that they have to discard if they want to impose sanctions. With wider Europe, other countries of Europe, Scandinavian countries, India signed an agreement. So how do they move forward on that front is something that has to be considered, and this is on the technical ground. The second, so far as the sanctions and restrictions and punitive measures are considered, I think 3/4 of India's history, independent India's history, that is from 1950s to up to 2002, India was under sanctions by the Americans, by the Canadians, by almost all the Western countries. And it is only past 20 years that these sanctions were eased out and India sort of became a close partner with the US. So Indian experience is quite good in dealing with these sanctions and imposing of so many restrictions.